It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll run on first down. Monk, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Matlock. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now it's Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Matlock sliding out of the pocket. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away. On second down now, Monk. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the gun, Matlock. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with no score.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, Green Bay.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Stafford. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Stafford. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Buccaneers, nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Off play action. Matlock. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again? When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the... And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Hubbard. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Chuba Hubbard. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Packers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On first down, Monk. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Matlock escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Hubbard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hubbard again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Chuba Hubbard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Buccaneers, nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's got a man complete. Use touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 78 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
To number 30. A gain of 14. First down, Packers.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
36-yard line.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff looking right. Fights off the defender. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to him on first down. Powerful running. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. And to give this time to the tailback. He's to the 10, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a third and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 24. 103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Back to throw. Matlock. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
To the
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Matlock. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hoffman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Matlock, flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On first down, Matlock.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
From the 25 on second down. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Here's Stafford. He finds his target, Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
45.
Stafford now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Quiddy Pay, his 2nd sack of the night.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 1st and 10, Matlock. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
16 more yards. That's another Buccaneers, first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they take a knee. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, and when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.